Don't.
Don't what?
Don't give me hope.
Meanwhile...
It should have been me, not him! It's not fair!
What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet video. Alright, so we don't have a lot to cover today. Riddler Q did, you know, drop a couple more riddles after the stuff that I covered back on Friday. We have a interesting theory from Soul Silver art, so that should be pretty good. And I have one, I have one tweet that I did forget from the coverage yesterday that might hint at the typing of Dipplin's evolution. So, of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. Like my video tweet, share my video tweet, and I will shout you out right here at this portion of the video. So your name and your tweet, or the fact that you like my tweet, will be shouted out right here at this portion of the video. Of course, if you have not caught up on the latest of the coverage from the stuff Riddler Q was talking about and all the rumors and riddles and leaks surrounding the game, check out whatever my previous coverage happened to be right here. Now let's get on into it. Alright, so the first one we got up is the one that I missed from Friday. So this one was an image of the grass and the bug typing symbols, and Riddler Q says witch. So a lot of people are thinking that this is referring to the evolution for Dipplin. Alright, thinking that it's going to, you know, it's probably always going to be a dragon, but like its evolution is going to have multiple heads. It's probably going to crack out of the apple, and maybe the apple will have, maybe there'll be bits of the apple on it, kind of like Flapple, you know what I'm saying? But like Flapple meets like Hydreigon, which sounds unreasonably awesome, to be honest. It just sounds credible. Like I depending on how it goes, I don't think it's gonna actually be like that, but it sounds crazy though. And since it's Kieran's, like, it's probably gonna be Kieran's ace, I could definitely see it, like, you know, being really awesome. Now the thing is it gonna be grass or is it gonna be bug type? I think it's probably gonna stay grass. I don't really see it like switching types. Like, it's possible, you know what I'm saying, depending on how it looks, you know, it could be bug dragon. A bug dragon would be great. I don't think we have had a bug dragon yet, so I mean, but I'm thinking I'm gonna put my money on grass. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. You think Dipplin's evolution is gonna be bug dragon or grass dragon? I don't think it's gonna be grass bug, because that would kind of suck to lose the dragon typing altogether. I don't think they would do that. That would suck. All right, so the next one is this one. So Q drops this picture of Terapagos, and he says, how many abilities does this have? 1, 2, 3, or more? Reminder: Sudachi is only getting 4 new abilities according to the data mine. So here's the thing. I think it's probably going to have 2, because I think it's only going to have 2 forms. I think it's going to be this form plus the big form that we see that's got the shell with all the stuff on the back and the tails and all that other kind of stuff. So I think it's only going to have 2 abilities. Because I think the other ability will probably go to Momotaro, the Momotaro Pokemon, and then whatever other new Pokemon or new Blood Moon thing that we might get. So I think that's the way they're going to split these 4 new abilities. So 1 for the new Blood Moon mine, 1 for the Momotaro mine, and 2 for Terapagos. I could be wrong, because if I'm not mistaken, Ogerpon has like 3 or 4 abilities, so I could be wrong, but he also has multiple different forms. I only think that Terapagos is getting the two forms, this one and the big one. So, all right. So next we get into the crux of the video here today. So most of what Q has been talking about has been the Momotaro mon. So now, if you don't know, I've done a couple videos referencing the Momotaro Pokemon, but essentially the story of Teal Mask was based around Momotaro, the old Japanese folktale where there was a kid who was born from a peach, and he gets raised by this old couple in this village. And then there is this ogre that is terrorizing the village. So the kid goes out with a box of dumplings, and that's going to be more important later. And he goes out and he finds these three animal creatures and bribes them to help him fight the ogre to save the village with the old people that adopted him. And that's the Momotaro story. All right, now that's kind of the story of Teal Mask, right? So the loyal trio are like the three magical creatures. There was a boy who was kind of like Momotaro, you know what I'm saying? And of course the ogre was Ogerpon. Now, of course, in the Pokemon world, the Pokemon version, it's a little different because they kind of flipped it. Because all indications is that the Momotaro Pokemon, or the Pokemon is going to represent Momotaro, might be evil or might be nefarious in some way. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people are saying that this grandma, or at least Q is saying that this grandma might be connected in some way. Now, this could be a joke. You know what I'm saying? This could be kind of like back in the day. If you don't remember, in the old like Naruto manga Reddit, there used to be this rumor that the noodle guy was like some like uber nefarious villain. You know what I'm saying? Like the noodle guy, like, you know, the guy that ran the ramen shop was gonna play some big role in the story. That didn't happen, but that was a joke that was just amongst us Narutards back then. Maybe that could be what he's doing here. But she does have the pillow that is what a lot of people are thinking that the Momotaro-mon looks like, or at least his head might look like. So maybe she's connected, or maybe this is just a reference in some way that, you know, that's just nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know, but if this Pokemon is somewhat evil, her having a pillow of it would kind of be like, wait a minute, like, you don't see anybody have pillows for other evil Pokemon, like, you know what I'm saying? But tell me what you think. You think she kind of sus? You think that's gonna be the actual version of Momotaro, the Pokemon, or do you think this is just nothing and we're just overthinking this? And Q is just pulling our chain, he's pulling our toxic chain, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So then the last bit we have here. Told you we didn't have too much for today. You know what I'm saying? So Soul Silver Art drops this rumor here, right? He drops this, not a rumor, but more of a theory. And he says, spoilery, dumplings, you say? These all feel very connected in the tale of Momotaro. He bribes three animals to join him in his battle against the Oni with mullet dumplings. We know Dokutaro, which is, I believe, the data mine name for the Momotaro Pokemon. I think Doku is like poison, and then Taro relates to Momotaro. And the loyal trio is that tail flipped, so Dokutaro could give parts of himself toxic chains to have power over the loyal three. Or this could be completely unrelated in the loyal three to the loyal three, and there may be another scenario in the DLC where Dokutaro or something else uses an item to control others. Now, what he's talking about is another tweet from Riddler Q. So Riddler Q posted this character from One Piece. And then Sailor Psych posted that, now, because I know less about One Piece than I know about Bleach, okay? Alright, I've watched some of Bleach. My only experience with One Piece is the live action show, which I will do a review on eventually. once I knock out some of these other projects. But Sailor Psych drops this one about the character. For people who don't watch One Piece, this girl has the power to pull mullet dumplings out of her cheek. When someone or something eats it, it will do whatever she tells them to do. So they're thinking that maybe this is what's going on with the Momotaro Pokemon. And I think that's a possibility. I mean, I don't think they're gonna be mullet dumplings. I think there might be peaches. You know what I'm saying? Because now here's where I get a little theoretical with this. Peaches, like, you know, are a fruit, you know, like from a tree. And of course, like, you can have like an Adam and Eve reference here, right? Like, oh, if you eat this fruit, no, I'm not gonna do that. All right, so this is where I get a little theoretical. Okay, so I'm thinking that all this is kind of connected. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's possible that, you know, maybe that this is gonna be like this. But I'm thinking more along the line of like devil fruit, right? Because one thing about the Loyal Trio is that they were different Pokemon. And then, you know, something happened and they got their wish to be better Pokemon. You know? So I'm thinking that maybe this peach, this fruit that the Momotaro Pokemon gave them, kind of like a devil fruit in One Piece, gave them their wish of what they wanted, and now they owe him. They're connected to him through the toxic chains. You know what I'm saying? That they got because they ate the peaches. Alright, because we still haven't figured out where peaches go into this story. We know it's connected to the Momotaro Mon because Momotaro in the actual story came from a peach. You know what I'm saying? So more than likely that's the case. Now the other bit of this theory is the Bleach character that Riddler Q had dropped in an earlier riddle that I covered in this video here. You know what I'm saying? If you want more information on that. So this one right here states that this one was going back to the zombie thing, right? Because this character can bring people back and manipulate them. Kind of like Pain. Like if you remember Nagato from like Naruto and how he could like bring back bodies with like the little chakra pins and then kind of use them as his paths of pain, she can kind of do that. You know what I'm saying? So maybe the Dokutaro Pokemon can kind of do that as well. Even though I think the zombie story might be a different story. Because I think combining the zombie story and Dokutaro, I think all that would kind of overshadow what they're doing, whatever they're going to do with Terapagos. Because I don't think the Terapagos thing and the zombie thing are connected. You know what I'm saying? They could be, but I don't quite think so. You know. So, tell me what you think down in the comments down below. Do you think that this is reference to the zombie thing? Or is this reference to the peaches? Is this reference to, you know, Dokutaro taking control of the Loyal Trio? Tell me in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.